What's up, guys? This is Magistus. So we just got a bunch of new interesting cards from Premium Pack 2025. Okay, I actually didn't even know. And usually they're on YG Organization, but for some reason I can only see them on Ready for Duel. They're not on the website, but they're still tagged and used as a source on Ready for Duel. I'm confused. Whatever, it doesn't really matter too much. Anyways, before we go any further, you already know the drill. Smash the like, subscribe button, blah 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 blah. Okay, so we got Crowley, the Gifted of Magistus, level 4 Dark Spellcaster. Just in time, right? Because people actually started playing the Magistus engine in Raziel. Maybe this could actually make the engine even better. Anyways, you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. If this card is added to your hand except by drawing it, you can special summon it. This is already extremely good because it means that any Magistus monster is always by default a rank 4. Even the shittiest ones, they still lead to a rank 4, which means dual drive into whatever the hell. So that's really cool. Even if you draw like double spoon and then spoon number 1 gets ashed or something, which I don't even know like in what world anybody would ever want to ash like a spoon, but whatever, you can just ignore that completely. And then if this card is normal or special summon, you can fusion summon one Magistus or invoked fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material. The only one that I could really think of that would be like actually insane would be invoked Macabre. Yeah, okay, I kind of spoiled it, but yeah, if this face-up card is used as a fusion material, it can be treated as Alistair the Invoker. This doesn't come as a surprise for anyone just because Alistair and Crowley are the exact same character. I mean, they're both based on Alistair Crowler, a crazy guy that I can't really talk about too much in this video, otherwise I will be demonetized. But yeah, you don't have like the best options with this card. It's not even like you can make generic fusion monsters, unfortunately. I will be checking out to see if there's like a second Magistus fusion monster, Korozo, but like it's not necessarily something that you're trying to fusion summon. And then Iwas, the Magistus Spell Spirit. That card is good. Yeah, it's an interruption on your opponent's turn. It definitely doesn't suck, actually. Unfortunately, what really pisses me off is that it reads, you can use monsters from your hand or field as material. Why did it have to say you can use monsters? Like, I mean, using monsters. Why couldn't it be using monster cards? That would have been so much better, because now at least you can use, like, all the monster cards in your spell and trap zone that you're equipping with either your, whatever, your Zora or your... I mean, they all have kind of, like, the same effect, but Zora is the best one, obviously. Or you're with your spoon or something. I don't even know. I don't even care. This card is already extremely good just because of the first effect, and then the second effect is whatever, and the third effect, it's borderline useless. I mean, unless you're summoning Invoke Macabre in the actual Magistus deck, but as a splashable engine in Raziel, the only thing that you really care about is the first effect. I don't even think Raziel can even fusion summon. Very good card. Definitely like an 8.5 out of 10. It could have been slightly better, but I'm not going to complain too much. Okay, now we've got Ver Magique, Lacrima of Light, and this card is always treated as a Magistus and a Witchcrafter card. Okay, so it has dual synergy. Activate one of these effects, but you can only use each effect of this card once per turn. This is exactly like the Gem Knight spell card. The card itself can be used twice per turn, but only once for each effect. If you control a Magistus or Witchcrafter monster, send a Spellcaster monster or a spell from your deck to the graveyard. Why would you send a spell card if you're not playing Witchcrafter? I don't think any Magistus spell card even has a graveyard effect, unless I'm missing something. This is better so far in the Witchcrafter deck than it is in Magistus. And even sending a Spellcaster monster, why would you want to foolish a Magistus monster from your deck to the graveyard? It just doesn't do much of anything. It borderline does literally nothing, especially if you have to like neg, and also you have to control like a Magistus or a Witchcrafter monster. So this effect already feels completely useless in Magistus, but obviously it feels very good in Witchcrafter, because I know that for the Witchcrafters, there are spellcasters that have graveyard effects, there are spells that have graveyard effects. Kind of the goal of the deck, actually. For example, Shmieta, you can banish this card from your grave, send one Witchcrafter card from your deck to the grave, and then there's a Pito or something, banish this card from the grave, draw one card, then send one Witchcrafter card from your hand to the grave, blah blah blah. Pottery, target a Witchcrafter card in your grave, add it to your hand, and then whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of cool things that you can do with the Witchcrafter cards, but again, I don't really see the synergy with Magistus, unfortunately. Anyways, when your opponent activates a card or effect, special summon one Magistus or Witchcrafter monster from your hand or deck. Okay, so that's actually very good, especially again in the Witchcrafter deck, because special summoning, let's say something like, I think there's two interruptions. There's a Witchcrafter Hane, which can destroy a face-up card the opponent controls as a quick effect by discarding a spell card. And then there's also Madame Ver, which can negate a bunch of monster effects your opponent controls. So that's actually kind of cool. That's about it, I think. And then for the Magistus monsters, you could even summon like the Alistair Crowley, whatever, and then fuse on your opponent's turn. You can make Iwas, whatever. Nothing else that is necessarily like insane to do on your opponent's turn, but on your own turn, you can summon monsters that just have like search effects and stuff like that. But this this card is not like, at least in Magistus, but again, in Witchcrafter, I have nothing bad to say. Very good card. All right, next up, we've got Motor Kaiser. It's a level 5 Dark Machine, so obviously level 5 Machine, first reflex, Cyber Dragon support, but not really. It's a Dark, not a Light. Therefore, maybe it's going to be good in Orchist. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. You can reveal this card in your hand immediately after this effect resolves. Normal summon one Dark Machine monster. Anyways, you can target one monster you control, destroy it, then you can special summon one Engine token, level 1 Earth Machine, 200, 200, and attack position. I just don't really know if this is ever going to see play for any purpose. Even in Orchist, there's better ways of playing the deck where you just don't need this. You don't need infinite normal summons. If you do play a lot of normal summons, then you can just discard them with your Link 1. So this really just adds, like I said, absolutely nothing to the strategy unless you're just going to be using so many cards in your hand. This could have been a hand shove. This could have been like a board breaker. This could have been so many other things. It's not the kind of card that I can really appreciate too much. And also, you're pretty much never going to be summoning this card. So the second effect is pretty hard to summon, to utilize, because it's a level 5. Yeah, okay, so it's complete shit. New DDD support. Okay, so this one is DD Count Surveyor. Skill 1, level 8, Dark Fiend, Pendulum. Okay, so the Pendulum effect is once per turn, if you Pendulum summon a DDD monster. Okay, so that's the triple D. Those are the big boys. You can target 3 monsters your opponent controls with the same type or attribute as each other. That's a weird activation requirement. Tribute 2 of those face-up monsters, and if you do, the other gains attack and defense equal to the total attack and defense the tributed monsters had on the field. Kind of like a Nibiru in a way, kind of, but okay, so this card maybe as a board breaker could be solid. Yeah, okay, you can be doing some chain blocking and some cute things, but then again, like, your opponent has to have like pretty much no real interruptions, otherwise he's just gonna stop the Link 2 that places this card. He's gonna find a way to get rid of this. He can negate this or negate your other things. It's kind of like not a really real effect. It looks really broken, but whatever, it's fine. Even without a Pendulum effect, there's still a monster effect. You can only use the first and second effect, monster effect of this card's name once per turn. You can discard one other DD monster, so that should be very easy to achieve. Special summon this card from your hand, alright. And if this card is normal or special summoned, you can add a DD monster with 0 attack or 0 defense from your deck to your hand. This is absolutely amazing. Very good. And there's a lot of monsters with, well, a lot of DD monsters with 0 attack and 0 defense. Obviously, there's a Kepler. And then there's the Copernicus, 0 attack, 0 defense. And then a lot of useless cards. So yeah, so far these are the only 2 that are really relevant. King Rage, I guess, 0/0. Yeah, okay, so there's 3 search targets, but only like 2 really relevant ones. But then again, all you really need is Kepler, so you search Kepler, and then you normal summon it, and then you search your, whatever, your Dark Contract with, is it like the Gate or something, and then you can keep searching. Hold on a sec. I don't even know what I'm saying. Whatever, DD best deck, and yeah, it's a really good card. Can't complain, like I said. This one right here is DD Skill Surveyor. Oh, hold on a second. Very similar name, okay. And it is also the other skill, so first one was like skill 1, this one is skill 9, level 2 Dark Fiend. You can only use the Pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn. During the standby phase, you can target up to 2 cards in the Pendulum Zone. Their Pendulum skills become 0 until the end of this turn. Not super relevant, the fact that you can target up to 2, because clearly you're only going to be targeting 1. Imagine if you put the Pendulum skill of 2 cards to 0. It makes no sense. Now you can't Pendulum summon. So yeah, you're going to be only targeting the other card in your Pendulum Zone, whatever, Pendulum scale. Who cares? Monster effect. You can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card once per turn. If you control a DD Pendulum monster card, okay, so even if it's like a Pendulum scale, you can special summon this card from your hand, so that's really nice. If this card is no more special summon, you can make its level become 4. This is really good, because that means that you can make the rank 4 that you can evolve into the rank 5, and then when you link it off, you can send like a DD or Dark Contract card from your deck to the graveyard. It really does matter that it becomes level 4, and that it's an extender. And if this card is sent to the graveyard or added to the extra deck face up, you can target one DD Pendulum monster card you control, return it to the hand. This is yet again another extremely good effect. As a matter of fact, this is insane, because I can see you place this alongside DD Griffin from your deck in your Pendulum scale, and then you Pendulum summon a bunch of monsters, including Kepler, because this makes it makes your other Griffin, well, it makes your Griffin skill 0, which means that you can Pendulum summon level 1 monsters, and then you can make a rank 4. But yeah, that's it for the new cards. Like I said, huge fan. I think the DD cards are particularly good, and then the Motor Kaiser is like whatever. The Magistus cards, I mean, I really like the monster, but the quick play spell, not so much for Magistus, useless, but very, very good for Witchcrafter. So again, I'm not unhappy with any of these cards. As a matter of fact, I'm actually really happy with them. It's still really good content for me, and I can imagine myself coming up with some new combos actually for all those decks. So yeah, keep an eye out on these cards because they will be relevant in the future. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know how you feel about these new cards in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.